So I think this game is like 7.2. I think it's a fair assessment of it. I mean, if you like the genre, maybe it's 7.6. For the genre, it's good. It's kind of vapid towards the end of it. I mean, my build is pretty solid. I've gone through a lot of iterations of what it can do. No real point playing past a certain point. Like I've been this level for a while now. I could level if I wanted. I could get to 100, but it would be tedious. Honestly, it's not something that I feel is challenging or worth doing. Some of the maps are very lame. The Val maps are lame as hell. They seem to kill me almost instantaneously when I go in there, which is weird because every other map is pretty much really doable, except for that one map. I like die in the like right as I go in. I can't even see what's being shot at me. Gets a little laggy too. The hardest thing about this game is shit like that, like where there's just no evidence of what the hell just happened. They just kind of get hit hard, and if your shit is not strong enough, you die. It's not really hard per se, as that feels cheesy, you know, because it lulls you into a sense of you're killing everything and then just something out of nowhere nukes you. It's kind of, it just doesn't feel good. I don't know what they're talking about meaningful combat, because there's no such thing in this game that is meaningful, nor is it combat. It's cool. Don't get me wrong, I dig it. I've liked it for the most part. But for a player like me, there's no PvP aspects. There's no point really to grind and get all this stuff. I guess what, just to beat the game faster or feel like you're stronger. That's kind of lame. If you know me, you know I don't really play female characters, so I wouldn't play half of the fucking classes in this game. I don't like when they gender lock classes, though you can pretty much play anything from anywhere, so that's cool. It's just you won't really be able to access points of the map. I mean, right now, I could definitely go back and play maybe a little bit more of a sturdy build if I went back to some of my other armors. I could get my energy shield up pretty high. I just don't feel like there's a point to that. It's not like I'm really trying to grind into the higher levels, which if I was, I probably would go put different armor on. You're supposed to be res capped. I'm not exactly res capped, so maybe that's something that could change things. But honestly, again, there's no point. There's no point really to it. I do like certain aspects of the game. Things that I don't like is like, I don't even think I picked anything up in this board. Maybe a couple things, but just trash. There's a lot of trash on that board. I avoid the Valve factories. I could make my maps a little bit juicier and do all the stuff you're supposed to do, but it's just like, it's not like it's challenging in any way. I don't know. I'm kind of like at the end of it. It's at the end of its life cycle for me. I haven't really, like even now, like that's cool. It's like semi-cool weapon. I just like a lot of these things. I'm like, eh. Like even that's not good unless it's got the thing to the hits.
Until next time.
I'll tinker with this, just trying to make it a little bit stronger because, you know, why the fuck not? Semi looks cool. It's not the greatest. I mean, that probably wouldn't even sell the physical damage. It's eh. Like I said, it's just lackluster at a certain point. I know it's beta, so they'll do other things, and I'll check it out. Though I can't see it really. I don't see it going up higher than my thing, and it could. You know, I'm a negative person, so I could maybe see it going a little bit higher. But for the most part, I don't. You know, I'll put this in my guild. Maybe somebody in here will want it, though I doubt it. You know, it's a lot of times. It's just, you know, you get to the end of a game's life cycle, and it's, you know, it's like it's cool. I've finally sustained maps. I've done everything that I feel I've needed to do in the game to make it strong. Of course, I can make these maps stronger and juice them out. I just, for what? It's not like they give you anything that's like really worth. I mean, you get the vines, and that's cool. I'm staying away from Valve Factory. There's no interest. The Valve Factories, and like that's like where it's whack. It's like, you know, they'll give you a couple of things like Valve found. It's like nobody wants to go into any of those. Nobody wants to do any of those maps. Like the Valve shit is just gay. It's highly fucking lame. It's not a challenge. It's a bad layout. It's dark. Like, I don't know. A lot of this is just very meh. You know, it just doesn't feel good. Like, you go through so many maps to get so little of XP, and then they take so much from you, and it's like, all right, cool, maybe people are into that. I think it's fucking lame. It's not like there's any accomplishment to get high, like, you know, high. Maybe in hardcore, I could respect that. Hardcore is a different aspect, you know. But still, at that point, it's not like the game's gonna change fundamentally much, you know, in hardcore. Maybe solo self-found to feel a little bit better because you're just doing your own thing. But like for the most part, like this is just and you know, like you see that slow lag right there, that gets me killed more than difficult monsters ever will. So that's something they really need to work on, quality of life. You know, like you get in a little trouble and stuff, and sometimes you have to deal with things, but it's like, I just don't. It's like, I don't even know what that was. I feel like sometimes it's just those really weird things. I would definitely work on some of the way it feels on PS5. It's not like, you know, like, yeah, the game looks good, and I'm sure on the computers it looks a little bit better, but like on PS5, like, we're not expecting certain things, and
the dreamer provides.
Not really. It's like, eh. A lot of that shit's just trash. Oh, I mean, a lot of stuff in the game is trash. Like, it's when you get to a point where you're like at the level I'm at, there is no upward progression. It's a very tedious fucking process. Like, yeah, you can grind to go fight the bosses, which is cool. You know, that's cool, but it's very redundant, and that is never a good thing. Nobody likes to do things over and over again, and you know that's silly for a game like this because this is going to be a very repetitive thing. So they have to figure out ways to freshen it up and not make it feel so redundant. By doing that, I would say some of the places where it is like when you have these random big bosses on the thing. That always really makes it fun. So what I'm saying in that is like, you know, like these yellow guys, yeah, they're cool, but they're not really a big thing. Like I think that if you're killing enough people, that there should be like this counter, just like in your XP. Whereas you've been killing people, and now you can be getting this like bar that's like, all right, you've killed a lot of demons. This is pissing the other demon lords off, and now you might summon one. Uh, you know, they kind of have it when you go into the breaches and stuff. You get like these breach lords, and that's really cool. I like the way that feels, but it's not enough. I think the finger on the pulse would be a little bit better. Whereas if you like, you know, it's at any time you can summon one of these guys, and it would be scary, and almost to a point where like it's like in Diablo where you get the butcher, and you're like, I don't want to fucking fight this guy, and then you're trying to escape the whole map, you know. But if they did that, there would have to be some shrines that are like escape shrines, maybe. You don't want to be too brutal to people, or maybe you do. I don't really know what this community is into, but at this current point, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of kids who run around and just have great builds, and that's cool. It's cool. I like the building aspect, but as far as like a 10-year game, no, there's no way. It just even if you gave me new builds and all this stuff, it's just not going to be enough. Without the PvP, you cannot organically make a game feel fresh. This game will get stale. I mean, it's not even in the real game yet, and it's stale. And of course, they're going to change it. You know, my boy told me, oh, it'll be a completely different game. And possibly, I'm willing to see what this game does that makes it new, but if it's just by making it harder or something like that, I don't know if I'd be into that. That surely isn't going to like, oh, we made the monsters harder and it's going to be harder to get this gear. No thanks. It's already fucking. That's part of the complaint. Like this, there's no point right now. Like I'm just running around. Like that's cool. I like when that happens, but like, and I like doing that. Like I like the monk. I enjoy it. I mean, maybe some of the other classes will be fun, so that could be part of it. Like the building maybe that's what this game is. The crafting system is just dog shit. I'm not even. I don't know what the old crafting system was, but this crafting system is just dog shit. Maybe they don't want everybody running around with great weapons and its stuff, and maybe that will hurt it. I could understand an argument for that, but it just doesn't feel like there's anything. So it's like you're either giving them nothing and they get, bored because they're like, all right, there's no point to doing this, or you give them a chance to get some good stuff, and that might keep the carrot on the stick a little bit. But right now there is no. Fuck, I'm not even sure if there's a stick. There's definitely no carrot. They definitely didn't give me enough waystones that time. I mean, that's fine. I get it. There's no monsters. I do like that there's bosses at the end of some of these. I do like that you can curtail these to be a little bit stronger. That's cool, but it really gets to a point of like very, very monotonous shit, and it just, like I said, it just doesn't, very low dopamine hits. You're like, oh yeah, great, another one. Like this could be good, and I'm so done with it that I'm like, I don't even care. It just doesn't.
Quicken your pace.
It doesn't even register. It doesn't. It just really doesn't register. And like like that's cool item. Those are cool. That's fucking. That was awesome when I got it. Like, eh, eh. These are cool rings, but they took a while. That's necessity. But like, for the most part, it's like, okay. It's been a while since I got an item that I've been like, oh fuck, this is cool, and most of them are bought, so that's just that doesn't feel good to me. I don't like buying shit. It's just a lot of this is just meh, meh. And I could make like I have definitely good maps. Monsters are armored. Let's make this map a little bit better. We'll go all the way in on this one. Okay, we'll fucking make this map good. I'll waste resources. I'll waste all the resources for no bang. We'll make this really bad. Hopefully it doesn't go down to a 14, because I don't want to run a 14. There's no points to run 14s. Okay, so, I mean, this is probably a pretty good map. It's only 280. Resistances, poison, monsters are armored. I mean, that's pretty good. So, let's really make this fucking guilt. I don't know what I have. Envy. I don't think I need it, so it doesn't matter. We'll put envy on it. Who cares? What does envy even do? Waystones? I like waystones. We'll do that, and then, of course, on top of it, we'll corrupt it on top of everything. So I don't even care. All right, let's see. Extra chaos damage. So that's not even gonna hurt me. Uh, we'll see. Where are we gonna go? Let's go somewhere where like a boss. Blooming Fields. No. Forge. Augury. I don't really want to go to. What is this over here? Yeah, see, I don't want to do any Valve Foundries. That's just a waste of a fucking map. They'll just cheese me in there. What up, yep? Hell yeah, brother. Just fucking, just talking shit about this game while reviewing it. Yeah, no, it's like at the end of its life cycle for me. It needs to do some big things for me to really be excited about it at this point. Yeah. Okay. I hate that it forces me into Valve Factory so much. Valve Factory is like dog shit. Yeah, I just don't like. There's no point for Valve Factory. Yeah, it's like no point. Like Val, it's just like Valve Factory is just like broken. I don't know what it is. Like I go in it and then I'm like, is this fucking for real? Like it's broken? I feel like it's broken. Like literally, like the last two times I've gone into Valve Factory, I have died in under 5 seconds. Every other map, there's nothing can happen to me. So I don't know what is going on, and it's like very jittery. So I'm like, what the like, what is going on? Yeah, Grimhaven. Yeah, yeah. Well, the crazy thing is like I'm making like crazy maps. I'm trying to put them on nodes, so it's like like while reviewing it, they can see that I'm not like tiptoeing or like like this is coming from someone that's playing the game. I'm playing the end game. I've fought these bosses. I've seen it. I'm finally at a point where I feel strong enough where it's like working. Like it's cool. It's fun. Like I don't think the game is shit. It's definitely better than average. It's to me it feels like it's in more of a yeah, right now it's like a 7. Yeah, I would say it's a 7-2 right now for a person who never played this game and isn't like a fan of the genre. For people that like this, I would say it's closer to like a 7-6, maybe like it's just approaching where 8 would be, but that's not what this game should be. And this game should easily. Yeah, yeah, I don't think so either. And like I said, I'm not it's not like where I'm totally done with the game. I just don't know what they're gonna. Yeah. Well, that see if they gave me new content where it freshened the game, where I was like, wow, I wasn't expecting this, and it like twisted my cap, and I was like, holy fuck, like what is this? I would be like oh, okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is more of an 8 type of game, and I just don't understand what the game is yet, and this is what this is, and this is cool. This is just the starting building block, and we're gonna keep stacking. And it could be that I don't know. Like I didn't play the first game. I've played the Diablos, so I know what those are, and I know what isometrics are. Again, I'm not against this game. I like its foundation. I like the characters for what I'll play of the characters because I won't play female characters and shit like that, and that's just my own gripe. So that's nothing against game per se. I think the map is set well. I think it's very fun to build your characters. Well, for warriors, it's shit. Warriors do not. Okay, so you definitely have better. Yeah, you have better knowledge than I do. Yeah. Oh, to like, yeah, yeah, to see what. Yeah, yeah. I think they're in a dangerous area with that. Yeah, yeah. It it c- it could be, but like I think they're playing a dangerous gambit anyway. Like like I mean, for whoever's listening to this, I don't have an audience really, but if you stumble across this, like I've been playing since Atari. I fucking bump and jump on ColecoVision. Like I have an extensive understanding. Plus, I play chess at like 20. Like I could beat a computer at 2100. Like I could fucking game logic. I'm really good at shit. And my problem is finding something that will rope me in for a year. That's all. A game for a year would make me happy. If I had something, I'd be like, I'm in this game for a full cycle. I would be fucking ecstatic. I know you say that. I don't know. I'm not convinced of that yet. I will. I might return to it. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm holding out for that. Like where I am right now on this, like I'm at my life cycle. Like I'm like probably 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, I'm like 2 to 3 weeks, and maybe I'm done. Like I don't know. Yeah, that's retarded. That is retarded. Yeah, I mean, it's very still. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, I like where I think again where I was going with. I think they're playing a dangerous game because they're gonna fail in somewhere. They're either gonna fail in their first game or they're gonna fail in the second game. I don't think they'll succeed in both. Yeah, and I think that's why it's dangerous because that's the player base they want to satiate more than anything. They don't like new players, sure. You want to get someone like me. Yeah, but you're not gonna like say if I'm the new player base, right? Because I represent part of the new player base, but I'm like a definite different kind of. Like, oh my god, they just killed me one shot. Fucking this game sucks, bro. This game just sucks. This game just fucking totally is trash. They're not gonna have this many people. Yeah, they're not gonna have this many people though. Like I'm ready to delete it right now after what they just did to me. Like, cause I'm at a point where I'm not getting anything. I barely get divines. There's no like I could do all the shit where it's farming. Like I could go and I don't want to do that. That is not what I'm looking to do. Like that is. I mean, and maybe there are people that like that, and I'm not against it. Like I am not trying to shit on people who enjoy this. Like that's awesome if that's what you enjoy, that's cool. But as a normal player that jumps from game to game, it's not gonna do it for people at all. They're gonna be like, no, like at least like in a PvP game, it's fresh because you're always in different situations because of players. Plus, you're beating somebody. Plus, it's just like it can get mindless without like even if you lose in a like something like Apex, you're like, all right, whatever, I'll lose back into the next match. It really doesn't hold any loss. You're like, all right, I lost next game. Cool, happens. But it's interesting because you're playing the new games. This time maybe you're killing everybody. Whereas in this game, like yeah, like you said, you just died. It actually means something and it doesn't feel good because you're not dying because of skill. You're dying because of some weird fucking thing, and it's lulling you into this fact that you're in this loot grind. And like for instance, I don't even care if I level. It doesn't matter to me at this point because I'm already at a power level that it's like strong enough. Yeah, I could die, and I kind of like that I can die because that, will maybe keep me on my toes, but that's the problem. I'm not on my toes. There's no point to be on my toes. Plus, there's no upward progression of anywhere I want to go. Like I'm like I don't care if I level. It's not really a fucking thing to me. It's like, all right, cool, level, don't level. There's nothing up there in the upper levels that I'd be like, I really need this. Like, yeah, I would like the time lost gems, but that fucking boss sucks, especially for my class. If I was maybe a different class, be a little different. Maybe if I wanted to play the fucking shit that these other kids play, like I could go to the frost staff and I have everything I need if I wanted to easily transition over and be doing but I don't want to do that. Like I think that would even rob even more of the fun of the game because the fun is building your own build and For me at least, is building your own build and having it work. And right now I have it's somewhat working, but it's just like there's nothing. The tinkering's so small. Maybe, I don't know. I Yeah, yeah, like, well, that's what I'm saying too. Like, I don't know either. To be fair, um, I just had a map that had a delirium on it. It was corrupted. It was all the way, 15 all the way up, and I died to an ice chick that was fucking like a normal yellow, and I walked in and she like kind of almost one shot me off it, and it was like. It's scary. Yeah, it's like really. It's like that's what got me. Great, cool. And again, like a lot of the times, I'm not dying because of like I don't even see what's killing me sometimes, and that's what's the real problem. Like in any other game I've ever played, I can identify what killed me. I can be like, oh, I just fucked up right there. Like in here, the deaths sometimes are so fast. I'm like, what just happened? Like I shouldn't be saying what happened. Like I can see when I'm getting stunned or jumped and like that sucks, but like I can at least understand that. I'm like, all right. You walk into a room and something just like one shot you, you're like, really? Like, yeah, well you're playing a real fucking glass cannon. I'm not so glass cannony. Like I guess I'm low for like for the monk. Yeah. Well, yeah, nothing should really be getting up on you. Me, yeah. Yeah. Well, I was going into that. I was in Augury, so I was going into the circular room. I mean, I fucked up a little bit in the sense where I should have had my power staff on, like just because I was talking and not really paying attention to optimizing the play and pulling the levers, which those levers fucking suck because that's like just like it takes too long. Like nobody wants to do that animation. Nobody wants to fucking take fuck it. There's no point to it. Like it should just be click. Yeah, well, I can understand. Well, in the beginning, they like, yeah, yeah. Well, what it is like I can understand like how they originally thought it. They were like, all right, we'll make this take a time to do, and then they have to. They're locked to it, so if they don't clear, it's their own bad because they're gonna get killed because they're locked to it. But then everybody was like, this fucking sucks. Then they changed it. So now it literally is just so like arbitrary. Like, why do you make it so long? Because it doesn't serve a purpose in any way other than an animation to go through that is just slowing down. And if the point is to just maybe time manage a little bit more, I don't know, man. Like maybe there's got to be other ways to do it, but like I think that is just a bad rooted system where it's like this time management or this punishment of like, oh, it's a maze and you went the wrong way. Now you can't get back to the other side. Like that, you always want your player doing something. You always want your player feeling like he's fighting or pushing deeper into the dungeon, not backtracking to go to the other side. Like I understand it's a little bit hard with some of these games because there's so much like that, but then maybe they need a random element that like monsters can pop back up wherever you go. Like, they can be summoned like, cuz you can summon demons anywhere, so I don't understand why if you're backtracking they can't just be like, "All right, these guys are now going to be over here." There shouldn't be such a linear process to it. So this way you're never really running through dead map, you know? And that's how I would fix that. I would have if you're at a point where you're like, all right, that like the map can see, all right, these monsters are all the way across here, and he's got to get over here, maybe we'll start spawning some more. And I wouldn't do it so that it's like you're nullifying the other part of the map so that they never go over there because you don't want to bring all the monsters to them, but maybe just bring more monsters to the map so that it presses be like, oh shit, I got to get over there, because if they don't, they're going to just keep spawning monsters. And if they don't want it to be like an exploit where you can farm, just don't give XP on those monsters. It's just like it's a penalty. It's like you're going through this too slow. Fuck you. Now, but still have loot because you don't want to really penalize too heavy, because especially this game don't fucking give you anything. That's the real problem. There's no there's no carrot. I was saying before you got on, I was like, there's no carrot. I'm not even sure if there's a fucking stick. I don't even know what's really going on at this point, other than dying randomly at a point, and like I don't even care because I don't care if I get the level anymore. So I'm just like, oh, okay, okay, yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah, I mean, like, look, I could, yeah, yeah, no, I won't. Yeah, yeah, I feel similar because I'm not, like it's just at a point where I've shifted so many times. Yeah, yeah, no, no, yeah, I know that's my problem right now too. If I like when Monster Hunter, yeah, like if Monster Hunter World, I know it's in beta. Once that comes out, I'll have that to play. Like I said, I could go play Elden Ring, but just realizing that recently that realization of Elden Ring being not hard, but only hard because the button configuration sucks, really fucked it up for me. I was like, why do they do this? I was thinking about it. I was like, why is this so clunky? Especially because we're in an age where everything's rapidly evolving. Yeah, and everything's becoming so much stronger. Yeah, absolutely. Not only that, the UI should always be good. It should just be clean, and it should be like you said, gear. If I want to gear it towards the way I play, so my muscle memory is considered, then yeah, and make the game hard in a way that it's challenging. Not that it's fucking making me do fucking weird dexterity moves to fucking just take a potion that I got to cycle. Like especially in fucking Elden Ring, I got to cycle forward just to go back all the way around. That's like just stupid as all hell. Yeah. But then I realized I was like, oh, this is how they make the fights harder. This is how they're making it literally a harder thing to do. And I was like, I'm not sure if I'm really fucking down with that. Oh, we're gonna fucking do this. Hopefully this fucking shit works. I don't I don't like the way this fucking stupid fucking dropping these dumb fucking explosions. I don't really get how this fucking thing is supposed to work. It doesn't really fucking work well. So it doesn't make sense to me. And it's like once you start it, it won't let you move it to another place. It's like, no, you're locked here now, and you're like, really? I don't even fucking get what's going on half the time in it. Okay, I guess I can move with it over here. What's over here? Nothing. This is trash. This is all trash. These are trash. Trash, trash, trash. Right. So maybe I'll start from here. Where is this thing? Trash. Well, why can't I get that in there? Alright. Get you over here. Get you over here. Let's get you over there. And let's see, can we get you over? Oh, what the fuck is going on in this game? It's just like some of these things, like for this to be their like part of the game that's like the end game shit that you're doing, it's just like, why do you make it so like fucking weird and shitty? I don't understand. Like, yeah, yeah, it's not bad. I'm not complaining about its idea per se. I think it's clunky. What the fuck are these things? Why are they not dying? What is going on in this fucking fight here? Why are none of these guys dying? What is happening? I don't. What the fuck were those things? Like that's what I don't understand. There's like some monsters sometimes in this game that like they don't even fucking make sense. What are you? Crit resistance? This is like just stupid. Cool. This doesn't. This like. I'm fighting a whole bunch of monsters that just will not die. They're all crit resistant. Alright, cool. Yeah, like this type of shit, this would make me like when I'm fighting right now, I would fucking literally just I'm about to delete the game. This is just retarded. These monsters should not be this hard. Alright, cool, they're crit resistance. Oh, alright, you can't kill them. Takes forever to fucking kill two guys. Awesome. Who is I'm like literally gonna just stand over here and let them kill me. Can I fucking get cool, they killed me. I'm done with this game. This game's getting deleted. Yeah, this game's deleted. I'm done with it. I'm just done with this shit. Delete. Delete. I'm good with it. Let me know when